Ladies and gentlemen, Reid Bigland.
Well, all right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Motor City, and welcome to the return of one of the most historic automotive brands in the world, Alfa Romeo, the heart and soul of the automotive industry. And some of you might be wondering that after a 20-year absence, what gives us the confidence to return? Well, it's our past, our present, and our future. And today, you're going to see some of each. For example, behind me is the iconic Alfa Romeo logo and one of the most beautiful cars ever produced, the timeless 1967 Tipo 33 Stradale, which is a great example of what true Alfa Romeos are known for. State-of-the-art technology, incredible performance, and of course, drop-dead gorgeous Italian design and style. But Alfa Romeo's reputation for technology and performance was formed long before the '67 Stradale. In fact, the Alfa Romeo performance reputation was established at racetracks around the world as far back as the early 1920s and began to dominate racing in the early 1930s with vehicles like this one, the 1932 Gran Premio Tipo B, or P3 as it was known. The P3, under the direction of Enzo Ferrari, dominated European Grand Prix racing, taking 46 checkered flags between 1932 and 1935. The P3 featured a double supercharged inline 8-cylinder, 215 horsepower engine, and despite having a cast iron block, the vehicle only weighed 1,529 pounds. Top speed, remember this was 1932, was 145 miles per hour, and there was nothing like it at the time. For those of you who are familiar with racing in the 1920s and 1930s, there were two fundamental keys to success. One was the ability to go fast, and second was the ability to brake. Quite often at the time, brake technology lagged engine and vehicle technology. But fortunately for Alfa Romeo and its drivers, we had a good handle on both. Fast forward to 1951, and Alfa Romeo took performance to an entirely new level. And I would like you to say hello to my little friend, the 1951 159 Alfetta, or Little Alfa, as it was called. The 159 Alfetta generated a whopping 425 horsepower at 9,300 RPM from a 1.5-liter twin-supercharged inline 8-cylinder engine, capable of propelling the Little Alfa to an outrageous 191 miles per hour top speed and to the 1951 Formula One World Championship. In fact, the 159 and its predecessor, the 158, not only won the 1950 and 51 World Championships, but also 47 of the 54 European Grand Prix races they entered in those years. And not only just won, but dominated. During the first ever F1 World Championship race, the Alfetas finished first, second, and third, and left their nearest opponent 2 laps behind. You know, think about it, 191 miles per hour in an open cockpit, literally surrounded by fuel. The fuel tanks were immediately to the left, to the right, and to the rear of the driver. No seat belts and no airbags. Now that's what I call having confidence in your manufacturer. Helmets were optional, and at almost 200 miles per hour surrounded by fuel, not necessary. Thanks to cars like the 159 Alfetta and the P3, Alfa Romeo was able to amass a racing resume that became the envy of the motorsports world. It included 5 world championships, 17 European championships, 11 Mille Millas, 10 Targa Florios, and 4 24 hours of Le Mans, and many, many more. Of course, Alfa Romeo didn't achieve racing success by simply dropping powerful engines under a striped hood. The art of speed, as perfected by Alfa Romeo, is the art of balance, of power versus weight. Throughout the years, Alfa Romeo developed many engineering and design innovations that resulted in lightweight but durable chassis systems for their race cars. And those innovations were shared with street cars that were not only fast, but agile, responsive, and perfectly balanced. In short, Alfa Romeo was constantly bringing its racing innovations into production street cars. Everything from monocoque bodies, balanced weight distribution, to variable valve timing. Which brings me back to the Stradale, because it was a great example of track and street technologies coming together. First off, the handmade Stradale was remarkably light. It has an aluminum body and chassis weighing a mere 1,500 pounds. It came with a 2-liter V8 mid-engine mated to a 6-speed transmission, producing 230 horsepower, and true to Alfa form, the Stradale went from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 5 seconds, making it one of the fastest cars commercially available at the time, with a top speed of 160 miles per hour. In its day, the Stradale was also one of the most expensive vehicles for public sale at $17,000. That's at a time when the average car was going for about $2,000. Of course, when you consider residual value, the Stradale was quite a bargain. Most vehicles built in 1967 were junked a long time ago, while this baby is estimated to be worth well over $10 million. But what is a real shame is that at $10 million a pop, and only a few left in the world, most people will never get a chance to drive this car. But fortunately, there's a silver lining, because the Stradale is the inspiration for the vehicle that marks Alfa Romeo's return to the North American marketplace. I know some of you have seen our 2015 4C Coupe at preview events, but it is my pleasure today, here in the Motor City, to formally introduce the vehicle to you. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2015 Alfa Romeo 4C Coupe. Even at first glance, it's easy to see that the two supercars share an inspired, purposeful design, where everything is motivated by performance. From the sweeping lines to the smallest feature, the 4C conveys the pure automotive passion held by every designer, engineer, driver, and enthusiast that has influenced the brand, past and present. Crafted by hand in our Maserati workshop in Modena, Italy, the 4C's V-shaped grille is unmistakably Alfa Romeo. As with the Stradale, the 4C owes its slight weight to the use of high-strength, low-mass materials. It features a hand-laid carbon fiber chassis tub weighing only 236 pounds, yet is 3 times stronger and 7 times lighter than its steel equivalent. It has aluminum front and rear subframes and a body made of sheet-molded compound, or SMC, that is 20% lighter than steel. Overall, the 2015 Alfa Romeo 4C weighs less than 2,500 pounds. To put that in context, that is up to 1,100 pounds lighter than two-seater sports cars from Porsche, Audi, and BMW. As with the Stradale, the 4C is a mid-engine setup that promotes exceptional performance, handling, and steering feel. In fact, these 3 attributes, carbon fiber chassis, aluminum subframes, and mid-engine layout, put the 4C in a unique class of cars costing less than $1 million. The 4C is powered by an all-aluminum direct injection 1750cc turbocharged and intercooled engine that produces 237 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Mated to a 6-speed twin-clutch automatic transmission with paddle shifters for lightning-quick gear changes, resulting in an impressive 0 to 60 time of just 4.1 seconds, which is up to 1.3 seconds faster than the Porsche Cayman and up to a half second faster than the Porsche 911, all while being able to achieve 34 miles per gallon fuel economy. Truly some impressive figures. But the 4C offers much more than just impressive figures. True Alfisti will immediately recognize the distinctive Alfa Romeo 4C exhaust note, produced by a specially tuned exhaust. That's what I'm talking about. It skips the muffler and offers a signature gargle at idle and a formidable roar when the throttle is wide open. It is just one more reminder that Alfa Romeo cares as much about the driver's senses as it does about statistics. The 4C is first and foremost a driver's car and features an Alfa Romeo exclusive DNA switch. This 4-mode selector allows the driver to dial in the driving dynamics that best suit road conditions or one's personal preference. For example, in race mode, the electronic stability control and anti-slip regulation are deactivated, torque response is faster, gear change timing is minimized, and launch control is enabled. Any way you look at it, the 4C is a state-of-the-art supercar that captures the passion and style of the legendary Stradale. But we wanted to push the styling envelope even further. Take everything that is so sought after on the 4C Coupe and open it up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the world debut of our newest 4C, the stunning 2015 Alfa Romeo 4C Spider. How would one of these look in your driveway? Or quite frankly, in your living room? You could get rid of your TV set and just stare at your Alfa all day. Naturally, you can expect all of the incredible performance attributes of the 4C Coupe to also apply to the Spyder. Thanks to its rigid chassis, few structural modifications were required to provide this open-air driving experience. Adding to the unique design of the Spyder is a carbon fiber windshield surround, carbon fiber halo roof, and a center-mounted dual exhaust with the same unmistakable Alfa note. It also features new 18-inch front and 19-inch rear wheels and offers a removable and stowable soft top in addition to the carbon fiber hardtop. This car has everything serious drivers need and nothing that they don't. As you might expect, the 4C's handcrafted interior has a clean technical feel with exposed carbon fiber and every detail positioning the driver for optimum control and vehicle connectedness. Arriving in dealerships this summer, just add sunglasses and you're good to go. With the heart and soul of motoring history in its DNA, the Alfa Romeo 4C Coupe and 4C Spyder are a great way to reintroduce the Alfa Romeo brand back to the North American marketplace. But this is just the beginning. Our commitment to the Alfa Romeo brand is unprecedented. In Italy, we are assembling the best technical resources with the best training, the best experience from the best universities to focus exclusively on Alfa Romeo. By the end of this year, we will have over 1,000 engineers dedicated to the Alfa Romeo program, led by 2 senior managers from Ferrari. In North America, we currently have a dedicated brand team and over 100 Alfa Romeo dealerships that will grow to approximately 200 by this time next year. Furthermore, you will see another all-new Alfa Romeo product revealed this year in 2015. And our plans remain on track for a total of 8 all-new Alfa Romeos in the US marketplace by 2018 as part of a $6 billion commitment to this legendary brand. And just like the 4C Coupe and 4C Spyder, all future Alfa Romeos will deliver and distinguish themselves through state-of-the-art technology, incredible performance, and of course, the gorgeous Italian design and style that enthusiasts have come to expect from the Alfa Romeo brand. In just a minute, I encourage you to come up and take a look at the new Alfa Romeo 4C Coupe and 4C Spyder, not to mention some of our historic vehicles, the Stradale, the P3, and the 159 Alfetta, as it is extremely rare to see this much art and power together in one spot. The art of speed, the genius of seductive design, the heritage of innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, Alfa Romeo is back. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please hold a moment for press photography. Thank you. Now please join Reid on stage for a closer look.